Hi, it's Rich Tarani. Thanks for watching TMC Net's Editors Day, Santa Clara, California, 2015. With us is Patrick Salyer. He is the CEO of Gigya. Patrick, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. When I think of your company, I think of customer identity management, and I'm wondering, could you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So just a little background on Gigya. Gigya offers a software-as-a-service enterprise platform for some of the largest customer-facing businesses out there. So just think about large media companies like Turner, Fox, or large brands like Red Bull or Coca-Cola. And what we help them do is take all of these anonymous visitors going to their sites and apps, and we turn them into known, registered, identified customers. So think about registration as the gateway. And once we know more about customers, we help that business provide better products, better services, just do better marketing in general.
So in terms of finding out who they are, and could you delve into that a little bit and explain?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Think about us as having three parts to the platform. We actually break it down to connect, collect, and convert. It's very kind of simple. Connect is the front-end experience where we help the business identify their customers and help their customers register on their website. So manage the whole login registration process, both traditional registration, username and password, but also these new ways to register like social login, even using things we can talk about in the future like biometrics. And then on the back end, what we do is the collect piece. We build these rich customer profiles in the cloud. So really everything about who a customer is, also their preferences. And then finally, convert is really the third piece. We help that business draw insights on the data, but then really importantly, connect that data to third-party marketing, sales, and service applications just to do better marketing, provide better service. So for example, you could connect that data to an email platform like Responses or ExactTarget to personalize emails, or to an ad server, to more highly targeted advertising, or a content recommendation engine to customize the site experience.
So in terms of companies choosing Gigya over other solutions, why do they go to you guys?
Yeah, well, typically before a company uses Gigya, they've built something in-house. They have their own homegrown registration system. And what they're finding is that those registration systems are breaking in a big way because really the world has changed. They were usually built 5, 6, 7 years ago. This was before social. This was before mobile. This was before big data, or there are any privacy concerns around this, or forget about kind of all security concerns or breaches. So what they're finding is that these systems are not keeping up. So they're looking to Gigya to come in and modernize that whole thing, building a solution that's SaaS-based, modernized for social login, for multi-channel, mobile devices, for big data, can store massive amounts of data, and really, really secure.
Fantastic. And so security really is a huge deal right now because we're talking about information that has value.
That's right, yeah. I mean, security is paramount, right? And there's really kind of a couple components we think about security. One is identifying the customer and making sure they are who they say they are. If they're logging into an account to do some sort of transaction, that's absolutely critical. And the second is making sure customer data is stored in a way that is very, very secure. And we find that because we're a company entirely focused on doing those things, we're able to move forward the way that our customers are doing security in a big, big way.
Now, biometrics, as you mentioned a little bit earlier, it seems like a future technology, or one that its time has come. How is that going to play into this?
Yeah, well, we think it's a very, very big deal because if you think about this idea of registering or authenticating, it's been a huge pain point for consumers, right? The username and password is like the bane of mankind. It's actually, the forgotten password flow is actually the #1 help desk question. So we got to get past it, right? And social login helped logging in through Facebook because it made it much easier. A user didn't have to create another username and password. And by the way, that's been ubiquitously adopted. 88% of consumers use social login, so it's everywhere. But it's still based on a username and password. So how can we move forward? Well, biometrics is the way. If you think about it, we all have this device in our pocket, whether it's the iPhone or Android. Most of those are coming with a thumbprint reader. And there's other ways to do biometrics, like facial recognition, things like that. And so the future is, forget a username and password. Passwordless authentication, where through a thumb, you're automatically registered and identified into a site. It's going to be much more secure for both businesses and consumers, much, much easier, and ultimately should create a better product because once users can self-identify across platforms, they can drive more personalization, more customization as well.
That's great. What's next for the company?
Well, we think this is a massive space, and if you look at all the trends, whether it's privacy, security, personalization, customization, all of these things are kind of coming together. So just massive, massive opportunities. And so really excited about kind of the confluence of those things and continuing to grow and expand.
Thanks for being here. This was great.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the time.